but it's not going to seem like it at first because you're so used to the other way. I've actually never liked 360-degree measurements of circles. I've never liked anything that was base 60 and based in multiples of 5 and 12 because the ancient Sumerians didn't like counting to 10. Frankly, it annoys me. This is why there's 60 minutes in an hour. This is why there's 60 seconds in a minute. It all drives me nuts. Anyway, that's why there's 360 degrees,
12 inches in a foot.
60. Pardon?
Yeah.
12 inches in a foot? Or is that just a fluke?
That's a little fluky. I don't know the history of that as well. That did not come from the Sumerians.
So we're just weird.
England's just weird.
No, we are.
We are, yes.
England has metric. That's good.
Yeah, but we actually still use the English system, which predated metric. We got it from England, and then we refused to switch.
Oh.
Shame on those Sumerians for not taking their preferences into account.
They should shame
Why
on
would
the
we start a
Sumerians.
revolution and then keep what they gave us?
You know, they tried.
We
Back in the
throw tea in the.
Back in the 1970s, Jimmy Carter tried to get America to switch to the metric system, and out in certain western states, they actually shot the signs down. Signs that had miles per hour and kilometers were actually shot by some of our fine heartland citizens. So that was how far that went. Radian measure. Again, it's one of the things mathematically it makes more sense than it will intuitively. Now, given
So you can do that, yeah.
a transatlantic Statler in Waldorf. Okay, given a circle of radius 1. Given a circle of radius 1, what is the circumference? Who remembers how to find the circumference of a circle?
Pi times d.
Pi times d. Good. What is it in terms of radius?
2r times d.
2r times d. Because,
2r
yeah, the
times
radius
d.
is twice it. It's usually written, the circumference is pi d, and the other way to write it is 2 pi r.
There's a rhyme for that one.
I'm so sure there is. I hope we're beyond needing it.
Yeah, there's a rhyme. I learned it in 8th grade.
Now, diameter is twice the radius, and you can multiply in any order, so it's okay to write this either way. With a radius of 1, I put in 1 for r, and I just get that the circumference is 2 pi. Radian angle measure, okay, comes from the idea that it's a distance of 2 pi around a unit circle. The circle has a radius 1. That radius can be 1 foot, 1 mile, 1 kilometer, 1 meter, 1 Amy height, whatever radius you want to make this circle. If it has a radius of 1 unit, and if I could draw a circle, the circumference would be 2 pi. So what radian measure does is we start talking about angles in terms of how far they are around a circle of radius 1. Start talking about angles in terms of how far they are around a circle of radius 1. So,
Is it 1 radian equal like 30 degrees?
well, to walk, it's weirder than that. It's weirder than that and less yawny.
What on earth did you say?
To walk 360 degrees
It's not important.
around this circle is to walk how far in actual distance?
All the way.
All the way. True. Okay. Not helpful, but true. The difference between precision and accuracy is demonstrated by Eli. Accurate, but not precise answers. Okay. We,
Is that like 1 block or something?
well, let's say if this is a radius of 1 Amy height. Okay. How many Amy heights do I walk if I walk around the whole circle?
So 2 pi times 61 inches.
That's your height. You're 5'1". Okay. 2 pi, exactly. 2 pi times that. But we would just say 2 pi Amy heights. Okay. If this was 1 mile, how many miles would you have to walk around a circle?
2 pi times 1 mile.
2 pi miles. Yeah, 2 pi times 1 mile. So 300 is to walk 2 pi of whatever units you're talking about. To walk 360 degrees around the circle is to walk 2 pi of whatever units you're discussing at the moment. Doesn't matter which one. So what we do is we say the angle of 360 degrees is equal to the radian measure of 2 pi. And from this, we can find any other angle in radians. And there's a couple of common angles that we really like to talk about with radians. Yep. Okay. Let's start with the easiest ones. If 360 degrees is 2 pi, 180 degrees is going to be half. Cut 360 in half. Cut 2 pi in half. What do you get? 1 pi. Or just pi. If you really hate fractions, you'll struggle with some of this. I won't lie. Okay, so what does 90 degrees become?
Half a pi.
Yep, and we always... Pardon?
Is this our next test?
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm hungry. I mean, like, this little box thing.
Oh, that would be... no, that'll just be part of it. We're not going to have another little
No,
quiz
you
like
don't want
that.
to have, like, another, like, extra credit thing?
Let me think about that. It's a
Good
big part of
idea.
tonight's homework.
Cheers.
Bless you. Okay, 90 is pi over 2. What do you think 60 degrees equals? If 180 is pi,
1/3 pi.
1/3 pi, which we tend to write
Pi over 3.
pi over 3. What do you think 45 degrees?
1/4 pi.
1/4 pi.
This is like that other thing. The thing we just did.
It's the same angles, yeah. These are the most commonly discussed angles.
No. I mean, like, it does 2, and then just 1, and then that over 2, and
And
then
then
over 3, and
that'd be
over
pi over.
Oh yeah, and I'm about to, that's actually a very observant observation, to be redundant. However, I'm about to destroy that pattern.
pi over 6.
Yeah, this is pi over 6. Maya, that's a really cool observation. But there it goes, out the window.
Well, I mean, you can still remember it. It's just
Yeah.
4 plus 2.
Yeah, as long as you go 90, 60, 45, and don't mess up this last one. And then 0 degrees means you've walked not at all around the circle. So how many radians would that be?
0.
0. Your calculator has a radian button. Okay? It's under mode. And you need to be able to switch back and forth on calculator questions. Okay? If you look at mode, you'll see radian and you'll see degree. Your calculator won't show a little pi symbol, though. Okay? Pardon? Let's put it in radian for a minute. Let's put it in radian and do a little bit of demonstrating here. Just because now I'll get back to what you were doing without a calculator. Without hitting any buttons on your calculator, what do you guys know is the sine of 30 degrees from the quiz you just took? At least some of you should have this much short-term memory. 1/2. Okay, sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. On your calculator right now, hit the sine button, parentheses appears. There is a button which generates pi. It's, where's that one again?
Second pi, which is the hash mark.
Over the hatch mark. Over that, thank you.
What's that?
Okay. And then slash, we said 30 degrees was pi over 6. All right. And what is that? What does your calculator tell you that is?
0.5.
0.5. Okay, good. If you successfully put sine, generated your pi, divided it by 6, close your parentheses, hit enter, and got 0.5, then you are in radian mode. Okay, you can go back to degrees and put in sine 30 equals 1/2. When we get to graphing things and using your calculator on your next test, you're going to need to know how to switch back and forth. But we're not going to do any more of that today. I'm just showing you where that button is, okay? All right. So that's sine 30 degrees is 1/2, so sine pi over 6 will get you 0.5. Well, just out of curiosity, what does pi over 6 actually equal? When you do that on there.
3.1428.
It's going to be 3.14 ... over 6. So what's your calculator give it to you?
About like 2.
No, it's going to be it's going to be around 0.5ish because like 3 divided by 0.523. So if you look at the actual decimal values of radians, there's no good intuitive conversion. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Some of them, if you stick with, by the time you get to the end of like pre-calculus, some of them start sticking in your mind. I mean, this is 3.14, so that's 1.57. Some of that you just start to remember. but mostly